Hey everybody, sorry for the short notice. Hi Steven, how are you? And three other people who are showing so far. Gonna go live for a little bit. I'm gonna record part 7 of Dresden versus the Potterverse. Levi's here too. This is gonna be a quick live. I don't have a ton of time. I'm currently stealing the my office from my in-laws who are visiting. So I'm gonna get this recorded and then I'm gonna have to hop off, but Levi can stay on live longer if you'd like to. But I figured it'd be fun for y'all to see this get made.
Especially because it's so just randomly quick.
Yes. Yes.
Now we are trying to figure out what to do for the upcoming week.
I'm gonna mute you on this end, so if you get ideas, cool.
Yep. Now one of the big things is that there's been a bunch of cameos, and so that's kind of what has filled the slot for the last a couple weeks almost.
Yeah.
So getting kicked out of
not my house, Steven, just my room, and I get it back in 6 days.
The sorting hat because he made him. There's no room to make any adjustments on that. So hate your shirt, Levi. It's great. I actually had somebody when I was out and about tell me that they hated.
Hey, Voldemort, did you take over Hogwarts already? That was fast.
You guys missed it, but he did a bunch of the voice lines already for.
Describe them.
I kind of just belted them out super quick. What do you think of
Hey, Voldemort? Did you take over Hogwarts already? That was fast.
How about Dresden meets Star Wars? Who've done that? We've done a lot of Dresden content. We should totally do. We haven't done a Predators versus video in a little bit, and of course, we need to do another Stitch video, as well as get to writing the next part.
Does he have a wand?
In order for me to write the next part, though, I kind of need to look at how I set it up, and then I have to kind of work on it from there. And I'm finally getting back into the swing of things.
What words are he shouting that you've never heard before?
Funny. That's cool. I gotta heart that. That's funny. I got an overtime shift today, so I got a jet. Love you. I hope you all have an Acme day here.
That's Harry Dresden. That's bad. What about the other person?
That's such a bad fight. I don't mean bad idea. I mean the
looking at them how
so badly. You could do.
He hasn't done anything,
and he would lose, and the Dragonborn would realistically.
And your forces are just Dragonborn stand there.
Not realistically that powerful. Now the dragon shouts are a different thing. But the Dragonborn themselves, unless you
I don't know that he's a secondary concern. Voldemort, does he have a staff also?
Compared to Goku,
is it black?
That is debatable how helpful the villain support line is because the advice is almost always run away.
I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
So a lot of our sketches, in order to make them funny, are like that. But when you look at our longer series, it's not run away and die. It's do this.
Hoss,
you should
might as well be a killing curse.
And we're working with what the original IP has done as well.
You can't, Voldemort.
So we
only
can't.
Ebenezer McCoy can use
this and then go on there. Now we have played around with the what ifs and whatnot. Those can be a lot harder.
That's because he hasn't finished deciding what to do yet. Okay, and once he does, there is no counter curse, there is no shield, there is nothing in your arsenal that can address it. He operates outside of your framework entirely. You cannot.
I either have to wait or I have to shut him up.
Tom.
Perfect example.
Tom, you need to get out of there. Apparate, run, something.
Go check our channel. It's been done.
No. Are you even listening to me?
My internet is working. Last post failed. Oh. Villain Support gives the best advice. Sometimes the best advice is write your will. I agree with that.
Just a satellite.
But no, like a good portion of it really is defaults to you should get the heck out of there. But the funny, and that's because that's funny. Like a lot of times, it's funny to just watch them do that. Has anyone seen the newest episode?
All right.
Because I would love to have a small discussion of the newest episode of The Boys. Have you seen it yet?
I was waiting for the whole season to be out so I can binge it.
I don't have time to keep binging stuff.
I've seen clips. I know what happens.
Okay.
I appreciate that even though they got to it in a totally different, from a different angle, they kept the ending the same-ish.
So they oh God.
From what I've seen.
You're okay with spoilers. Everyone else, I'm gonna do a countdown and then I'm
totally cool with spoilers.
So I'm gonna do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I do not like that they forced it after introducing a bunch of other stuff. Because, and this is a thing, is that like if they had changed it, it would have been a proper superhero show versus what it was, which was these underdogs taking on superheroes that most of them didn't have powers to start out with. But at the end of it, the only reason that they won was because of the people who had powers / giving Kimiko an extra ability. Why bring Deep to the water? Starlight didn't know. Why would Starlight take the Deep to the water outside of the fact that they wanted to show that scene and shoehorn and force the Deep into the water? And this is the biggest fucking plot hole. How did the fish spawn like that? There wasn't even a little bit of time. They were immediately there. The sharks were at that exact spot. And if you've ever been in the water, yeah, fish are everywhere. But those exact sharks just happened to be in that exact spot that Starlight was at, that showed up, and they showed up within seconds. And then the giant octopus was there within seconds. I don't know if you guys know this. Giant octopuses, they don't move fast.
Octopi
do not move fast. Their tentacles can reach very, very far, but they themselves do not move fast unless they're going with their tentacles and grabbing shit. It was such a bad moment. I was like, oh, this is cool on camera, but that's about it. Every part of that episode was it was cool on camera moment. That was it. As far as story goes, it was absolute trash. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I like the fact that they ended it with the boys being the ones who did it. However, I can also respect the fact that this is a massive plot hole because they had a bunch of things get canceled that they probably didn't expect to get canceled. What's up, kiddo? Sorry, he was just wanting to play Pokemon, and he didn't know he could say the word Pokemon on stream.
You can't. No, I'm just
kidding. Giant squid moves even less. Yeah, it's just and that's not, like I said, that's not even the worst part. Homelander dying the way he did kind of makes sense, but at the same time, the moment he knew Kimiko was a problem, they had to force conveniences from happening. Honestly, it shouldn't have been Ryan that showed up. It should have been Starlight showing back up and then Ryan. That would have made a hell of a lot more sense. And I get it, Ryan was watching the show, so that was the thing. However, you're telling me that at no point Homelander wouldn't have just done a 360 fucking eyeball blast and then fucking just instead of trying to fly up straight, he would have just flew at an angle. He totally would have flown at an angle. He's been shown to have flown, just fly at an angle through walls and stuff. I hate defending Homelander. Don't make me defend Homelander. Yeah, here it is.
Am I allowed to show this on stream?
I mean, you can. I mean, you got it for Christmas a couple Christmases ago. You know, you showed Pokemon on stream.
Pokemon Brilliant.
So, and this is the final in the series for the Dresden, right? We had somebody mention Dresden, so we're swinging back to that real quick.
Yes. Yeah, this is the final one.
And then, you know, that'd be a great video to drop on Saturday is all 7 of them. Do we want to wait to see how well 7 does before we do that?
Before we do what?
Before I put all 7 of them together?
No, I'm planning on doing that. I just wanted to get them all done.
Well, I mean, if you drop it today, I can grab them because I know you're busy. I can probably grab them. Have them.
No, the business for me, the hard part for me is filming, because the space that I'm living in right now, horrible lighting. You know how my head kind of blends in with the paint.
Mm-hmm.
There's no fun bookshelf behind me.
Like stop that.
Yeah. So it's that, and there's weird natural lighting from window. So I can edit all day long. It's the filming in that case that I can't do.
All right. So then why not drop parts 1 through 7 on all the platforms on Saturday?
I can't do it on TikTok because they'll flag it as previous stuff. But everywhere else, yes.
Shit, that's right. We wanted to test that out with I was gonna test that out because the way I edited the Stitch stuff, I was gonna drop the full length on TikTok, but we had to wait.
We're not. We can't drop compilations and stuff on TikTok because
because of the way I edited it, very similar to how like Viva La Dirt League and those other large channels do things. In order to avoid that stuff, we were gonna wait 30 days, let that fall off, and then put it on there and see if it got flagged, because we didn't want to test it while we were dealing with shit. But that kind of pisses me off. You have these larger channels. I'm just using Viva La Dirt League as an example for everyone here. I see it happen with a bunch of different large channels that have millions of followers. They can post compilations. They can post the same video, and it's slightly edited.
Let me tell you why. Because they have a direct contact with somebody at TikTok, which I kind of had, but not really, who if something gets flagged, they can say, hey, contact, fix that. And they go, okay, and they fix it.
The way I edited things, we should be able to, because those videos shouldn't be registered, and the full compilation of the Stitch isn't a normal compilation. What I should say is not the all of Stitch that we have currently out. I meant the one that we most recently did. The Stitches Thor was edited in a way to where the final version is viewed and different massively compared to Stitches 1, 2, 3, and 4. Specifically to try to get around that. But when you told me, hey, don't post that, wait until this stuff falls off, I put it on the back burner. So we could have a video on TikTok on Saturday, but we have no idea if they'll be able to stay on TikTok. When's the last time there was an issue on TikTok? What was the last day that there was an issue?
I don't remember, but it was...
Because I said
it was the day that I posted. I posted it on this day, and then we also got hit with one that was a part of. It was a multi-video thing, and a video that had been posted on TikTok before was part of it, and it flagged the whole thing as being existing content and basically not original.
So if that's the same one that you told me about last time, then it's been well over 30 days, because I had a reminder set for 30 days, and it's been over a week since that reminder hit.
Yeah.
So
we're better off just being super careful when it comes to TikTok.
Well, it kind of depends on your channel. And without going into too much details, I've heard that a lot. But I've also heard the exact opposite.
Also, as info, the word pennies has 2 N's in it for whoever wrote that.
Oh, you're in a mood today.
No, I'm sorry, but the way it's written, it says peonies. And we're not talking about peonies.
You've been correct every.
That was not me being snippy. That was me saying for to be helpful for future reference. That word is spelled differently, and the way you spelled it means something totally different.
Oh God, no! I do not want to go into politics. It's bad enough that we're not doing politics. We're not doing politics.
No,
I'm gonna leave it on the. I'm gonna leave it. Fucking. Oh God. Can I say one thing? I hate Kevin O'Leary. Just worst Shark Tank shark. Period. I think that's universally agreed on.
That's not politics. That's just commentary on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
I need to re-record this because I spent way too long doing it, and I got to re-record. I got to redo Voldemort's lines too. So this one might come out around 6 today instead of 5 my time.
Sam and Dean as defense again. We've had that request before. I have no problem taking on that. That's the thing is there are certain sketches that are going to be a lot funnier from the perspective of the student or the teacher than it is from a call center trying to be who do you have as the defense against the dark arts teacher, or talking to that specific defense against the dark arts teacher. Now, Chris has done a wonderful job with the Dresden stuff. However, it's still shoehorning it in versus what would probably have been funnier, which would have been from the POV of Dresden or the POV of the students. And but what I like, Chris, is the POV of the villains, and that would be another series that it would have to, in order for it to be the call center-esque type, it would have to be the POV of the villains. And this is gonna sound bad. Sam and Dean are very powerful in their universe, and they probably hold up a lot in the Harry Potter universe. They're still muggles. They're not inherently born with powers. They could learn a lot of different things, but neither one of them have powers. And the way their universe works, where you can become a witch or a wizard, regardless of who you are, as long as you make a deal with the devil, Harry Potter isn't like that. It's an innate ability that you have or you don't have. So we would have to make one of them a non-muggle, or we have to go the route of Moody and have them have a bunch of stuff. Trish, that's a. There are things that you could do in there, but we have made a decision a while ago not to touch that.
I'm sure they do, but some other content creator can play that one. Can play that helpline.
Yeah. I'm actively going to therapy. I know better than to touch things without having the knowledge necessary to actually do that. I've seen content creators do that type of thing and try to make a joke about it, and half of their comments are people just correcting them, telling them, hey, you got this wrong. This was not good. You shouldn't have made this joke. Stuff around that point, to the point to where 3-4 videos in, because every content creator, when a video starts doing well, regardless of the reason why, they want to make more. About 3-4 videos in, they stop making those videos, and about 3-4 videos down, they virtually stopped making content because they pretty much got moved off the platform because they chose to make a topic that was of sensitive nature that they didn't know enough about. And the people who do know enough about it, you usually don't get the complaints from. Let Castiel give them magics to hunt Voldy. Could you just have Chuck rewrite them to have magic ability? Again, yeah. For the sake of the sketch, we would find a way if we deemed it necessary. Now, if somebody goes and
I gotta shrink Voldemort's lines way down because this took too long.
It's all right. For the sake, if somebody goes, hey, I want a cameo of Sam and Dean as Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers, right? I'm going to make that video happen. Outside of that, it would take a while. I'm going to sit here in my brain and be like, I know enough about this fandom that I've got to be kind of careful about how I do this. Otherwise, I'm going to get called out, or I have to do a bunch of expo on this and build up on it. If it's a cameo, I'm going to do the stupidest thing in order to make it work. And it's going to be as short and quick and sweet as I can. Sometimes that leads to some really good videos. And sometimes it leads to trying to pick up the pieces of the chaos that I created because I decided to say yes to something. Like one of the examples is the Loki video that I did, the really super fast one that I wound up doing later on after I had scripted out a version. I had read things slightly wrong, got some of the lore wrong. Chris noticed it, and neither one of us at the time really thought that all we had to do was change one or two lines. Realistically, and by the way, Chris, when I went back and I reread everything, I went back and reread my script, and I was like, really, we would have only had to change like one or two lines, maybe two, maybe one line for me and one line for Dr. But there wasn't time. That's one of the key things. There was not time to try to redo that, refilm, get that put out there and everything. And so I was live, and I had already spent a bunch of time on this, and I was kind of tired and in all honesty, annoyed. Chris knows that. I told him as much. And but he was right. And acknowledging and being aware that like criticism that you get is correct is huge as a content creator. If you can't accept the criticism that you may be wrong or that you can do better, you're not going to go very far as a content creator. You have to be able to accept feedback and take it and learn and grow from it, right? I was happy about it. And so I produced something super fast, kind of based on his suggestion, and it worked. It wasn't great. It could have been punched up and been a lot better, but it also met the thing that we needed it to meet. It got out. We're done. Now, I will probably work on my script and get the Doctor Strange version of it out when I can, but I'm no longer in a rush to do so. Stomach still has a little bit of queasiness, but it's not too bad as long as I don't get overly excited, I guess. Would Baby get to be a flying car? Oh, hell yeah, it would be. Hell yeah. We'd totally have Baby being a flying car. Why not? You put perfectly. There's so many comments on this now. There's so many comments about the defense against Sam and Dean being defense against the dark arts teachers.
Oh yeah.
There's talk about them rebooting the whole series too.
Supernatural?
Yeah. I honestly do not think that they should reboot it, and if they do, one, it's going to fail. Because if you reboot it, you only have a couple options of how to reboot it. Either you reboot it from where you fucking left off and just like nix the ending, which no one's going to bitch about.
My only request is that they find an actor named Ensign Jackals to play Dean.
Right. Or in the second one, which is the one that they're thinking about, because both the actors.
Oh my God. Have you seen Konosuba?
You have a different idea for a video now?
Not for this one, just for other videos. I totally forgot about Megamine.
Do you want to make a quick like improv version?
No. I need to think about where Megamine can be inserted into so many universes. She refuses to do any spell other than a massive explosion, and that explosion spell just gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger as the show goes on. It's wonderful.
The Boys spinoff might already be canceled, by the way.
Really?
Like they've got approval to shoot season 1, but they do not have approval to shoot another season. And with the way that those shows work, you pretty much have to like record almost like back to back. You get like a little bit of leeway. But they canceled Gen V. They're doing the at least one season prequel. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not looking forward to the prequel because of how they end. I would have preferred a 6th season to The Boys. To like move it further down the line and done a little bit of a slower burn. It would have made a hell of a lot more sense. There were so many poor choices in the way that they fast forward to this. They had 2 episodes that were virtually nothing. 2 hour-long episodes of background character bullshit that really didn't build much of anything. There's a total of maybe 10 minutes between 2 of those episodes. I think 6 and 7. Episode 6, episode 7. That was actually necessary towards the main plot. And I'm just like, a lot of this wasn't necessary. A lot of this could have been this happened, that happened, or you could have refilmed this so that it made a little bit more sense. But a lot of it is like, you have psychics in a building actively reading people's minds as a whole, mind you, and yet they somehow didn't pay attention to Starlight and Mother's Milk because they were high. Also, do they not know how being high works? It's like they were able to do everything that they needed to do as if they weren't. And I'm just like, who is it? It's just so bad. It's so bad. No, that they smoked weed.
All right, this should
be
be
clear what they were smoking.
Better and shorter, and I shortened Voldemort's lines and got rid of some stuff and tightened it up. Now I'm gonna record. I might as well share what I'm filming so y'all can see it.
We did Mandalorian and Grogu skits there for a little bit, but it kind of fell off. No other reason than we just kind of moved away from it.
You imagine all the kids at Hogwarts doing the whatever Metreon Zinthos stuff.
She wouldn't have taught that. That is specific to her.
I know. Or they pull in Trigon to teach. All right. Anyways, I'm meeting you again and recording.
It'd have to be like a Teen Titans Go type of thing, though, to be honest. I'm not a fan of Teen Titans Go.
Hey, Voldemort, that was fast. Did you take over Hogwarts already?
There's a difference between functioning and full-on fighting and everything like that. And somehow not...
Dang it.
And not being able to have your mind read because you're high makes zero sense because they were reading surface-level thoughts and you still had they were still having surface-level thoughts of like what to do and what to say.
Hey, Voldemort, that was fast. Did you take over Hogwarts already?
Yeah, there are 2 Hogwarts facility members I don't recognize disrupting our attack.
Describe them.
The first is tall, very tall, wearing a trench coat. He's very powerful. What kind of
wand does he have?
A very thick wand, more like a baton those Muggle police carry. He also has a staff. He keeps shouting spells I've never even heard before. Foreza, Frego, some oregano.
That's bad. What about the other person?
Older Whitebeard. He's just standing there watching.
And your forces are just letting him stand there?
Yeah, he's a secondary concern.
Does he have a staff too?
Yes, actually.
Is it black?
Yes. Wait, he's moving. Toward me.
Voldemort, I'm pretty sure I know who that is. Voldemort?
What does Haas mean?
Oh, fuck.
Why do you say that?
Because that's Ebenezer McCoy.
That honestly, you gotta. I've never even heard of this Ebenezer McCoy. He's recording.
That's because he hasn't finished deciding what he's going to do yet. Okay. And once he does, there is no counter curse, no shield. There's nothing in your arsenal that can address it. Okay. He operates outside of your framework entirely. You cannot possibly.
There's something in the sky.
What?
High up, very high. It looks like a fireball of some kind. Falling. Curious. Perhaps a muggle thing.
Tom, you need to get out of there. Apparate, run, something.
It's getting even closer. Never mind. Nothing in my arsenal that can kill this McCoy. You said just you watch.
Are you even listening to me?
I'm not retreating. Hogwarts will be mine. The fireball's gotten significantly larger, actually. It must be potent of my power.
It's not a portent.
It's no portent.
Just a satellite. Shit.
That's pretty.
All right, let's throw this onto the Dorkborks. Whose phone is ringing here?
Right? I don't know. I mean, I just sorry to bug during live. You're welcome to wait until after. How would I do that though? How would I do Sam and Dean as? Oh shoot! I forgot to plug in my phone this whole time because my phone is near dead. And if I want to record, I need to plug that in and charge it. I don't know where he went.
Sorry, it started pouring rain here, and I heard people yelling outside. my wife and her kids and her parents got her parents got drenched.
Oh, you're working.
Yeah, I'm working right now. Okay. All right. So the live stream's over. I gotta go.
All right. Well, I'll stick around. I'll stick around with people. You have a good one, Chris. Well, oh well. You guys will have to watch the final product when it comes out. Sandy, thank you so much. So we have to figure out a video. I need to also charge my phone. It's near dead, and it's going to take at least 30 minutes or an hour. So I have no idea what's going on. There's a lot of messages. I'm guessing I'm getting notifications that I normally don't get from like Facebook. I usually don't get notifications for messages, so I don't know why I'm getting those messages. It's so weird. Why did I? Why is it logged into? That's why. For whatever reason, it logged me in on my phone to the wrong account. There we go. Weird. The Billy Borg assimilate the Dukes of Hazzard. Can we talk about the squirrel in the ship? Squirrel. God, that is an old video. That's an old one. I recall a particular barrier in the last Harry Potter book that protected Voldemort's snake. Yeah, there's. It's been a fair bit since I've read the books, so I'd have to do some research, and I don't feel like rereading it. That's for sure. But we could totally do. We've kind of moved away from doing Harry Potter content. The only reason I know that this is coming out is because it's been so highly requested. I don't want to do more Harry Potter content, unless like there's a need and a call for it. Like if I get cameo request, I'm gonna do it. All right. But the main reason why is honestly because of the author. I don't want to give them money, and I can only justify so much about like what we do helps out. Because we are part of the LGBTQI plus community, so kind of it's an iffy thing. Warframe, I'm not doing Warframe. It's so much now. There's so much now. Back, like, don't get me wrong, I played it back in the day. But again, I played it like before there was like a lot of the stuff that is now. Like it's a completely different game. It'd be like, hey, I played the original Destiny. Have you played what is currently out? No. When did you play? The first year it came out. It is a vastly different game in every aspect. The lore is different. The gameplay is different. It is basically similar in name only. Right? That would be like what it is. It's like I played Warframe way back in the day. It's massively different than what it is now. We can practice a Borkberry ad. I really can't. I don't know how that's all gonna go down on that. Until Chris has the time, and he won't have time until like next Thursday. So I'm not in a position to make a bunch of random videos while still like trying to like come back from everything. I was like, okay, let's try to make some easy videos, and then like shit just keeps happening because it was the worst timing because like kiddos had to catch up on schoolwork and then turn around, they get out of school. And I'm kind of a little bit better, but like financially, no, it's been fucking just a lot. And then I've been sick a lot. They do. They write themselves. You got me. Suck it up. Yeah, we got Boss Hog on our jail. We hightailed it over the guy. Better send someone to help him out quick. The heck? That was just fun hearing my kiddo say Borkberry. I made a shrimp. Look at the shrimp. That could definitely work. I've seen that work. It would work much better on TikTok though. I'm telling you right now, TikTok, if you want to do that type of thing, is the place to do that type of thing. It would be a bit on any of the platforms, but TikTok would be the place to do it. I grew the live stream community here, but it took a while to grow this. And on top of that, we were doing regular content as well. I summon the little blue furball of destruction, Stitch. All right. I don't know what to do. He popped off. My phone's dead. I got a while until my phone's charged enough so I can record.
I'm going to try to make this work. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Bad camera, bad microphone. This is the best you're going to get.
Here we go.
See, this is the filming. This is what I have to work with. There's nowhere that my head doesn't, whatever. So.
You know, you could put some stuff up though. Do you still have the poster?
Yeah, but I mean, I have to take time to like tape it up and everything and put it in the exact right spot. It's not.
That's your desk where you're at right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a tripod, like a taller tripod?
Yes. There's no good background. That's the problem.
Well, no, I mean the background you got right on your left-hand side.
Over here?
Yeah, that one. If you went like this and had a camera right there, and obviously you don't have a desk to set your hands on, but like pretend, would that work? You'd probably have an easier time controlling your lighting because instead of the sun being behind you, it would be on the side of you, and you'd have your overhead cast light. The only thing you'd have to do is possibly put something in front or to your other side to create lighting. You have that.
Yeah, it's just a difficult.
It's just annoying, and for a few days, you probably don't want to do that.
Yeah.
What you guys need is a projector. You can bring your artist wall anywhere.
I've got a green screen, but it's not going to fit in this space. Is the problem.
And that's another thing is that like that's a temporary space versus how things are. And Chris has outright said he doesn't want to set it up as a recording place.
This room is not good for a recording space, and we have guests who use it as a guest bedroom too often.
It worked specifically because I was able to create the lighting necessary for it to work. And even then, if you look at some of my older videos before I have the background in it, there were issues even with that. Now, once I had my background, once I had a bunch of art and everything up, that changed my space. And realistically, my videos, even though I simply got better recording videos, my videos did better from a visual standpoint as well because there was an empty space.
I'm going to mute my audio. I got to redo Voldemort's lines.
You guys are going to get the best. This is the best you're going to get, Levi. We know that he's echoey because of the room he's in and the camera and mic that he's using.
Ooh, no, there are 2 Hogwarts faculty members I don't recognize disrupting our den. The first is tall, very tall. He's wearing a trench coat. He's very powerful. A very thick wand, more like a baton those Muggle police carry. He also has a staff. He keeps shouting spells I've never heard before. Forzare, Fuego, Holder, Whitebeard. He's just standing there.
I need to figure something out.
Because he's a secondary concern. Yes, actually. Yes, how did you... Wait, he's moving toward me. What does horse mean? Why do you say that? Why do you say that? I've never heard of this Ebenezer McCoy, and he hasn't even done anything. I've never heard of this Ebenezer McCoy, and he hasn't even done anything yet.
Paddington Bear crosses paths with an orange lantern.
Something in the sky.
Ring, but it's marble.
Very high. It looks like a fireball of some sort. Falling.
How was I going to do that? Why did I have that?
Perhaps a Muggle thing. It's getting even closer. Never mind. Nothing in my arsenal that can kill this McCoy.
My desk, yes, because my
just you watch.
And it was supposed
I'm not retreating. Hogwarts will be mine. The fireball has gotten significantly larger. It must be a portent of my power.
He has more emotion than he did when the Doctor Strange.
I don't turn the sound back on.
Can I? You're fine. Can I say one thing? It has nothing to do with you changing anything.
Yes.
You have more emotion in this one than when you gave me the Doctor Strange lines.
Because Doctor Strange was me just as my voice like this, and I can't show any emotion because then I'll lose the graveliness.
It reminds me, I got an email from Jossam with the lines.
Scott Worley, make what happen? Yes.
Maisie, come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm working on stuff.
Oh, do you?
No, I'm done recording now, so she can be in the room. But
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, do you move this open?
Close, please. Thank you.
I definitely think if I were to
What?
redo the Strange
What?
thing, I'd probably reach out to Jossam and just be like, "Hey, let's work on this and punch up the lines."
Yeah, we're gonna get new toilets in your bathroom and ours because
and then kind of just like
download
download what he has to, hey,
no, it's gonna have what's called like it's a flush assist, so it's gonna push more water through, and that'll take care of the issue.
Plus, I think
that
we're all
balls up and pay an ungodly amount of money to redo all the we're not doing so.
Sounds like at a certain point.
Yes,
Hey,
you can. New toilets will be here end of next week.
What about the shower?
Sam and
Yeah,
Dean.
Everything works. Everything works. Right.
Oh, I think I can do that.
Sorry, we had a plumbing issue this morning.
That's all right. Are we allowed to do this, Chris, or no?
What's this? Hold on. I'm not looking at the screen right now. I'm trying to pull this off of Discord. Give me 1 second. I'm also gonna throw something in.
You realize Texas, right? I've done that too
What?
much.
Are you allowed to talk while yawning? No, you're not.
That's not what I meant. Jesus.
I know. 1 second. I'm almost done. There we go. That and then that downloads here. Okay. Allowed to do what? Hell yeah. Now the Cullens are the good guys. Ish. From Twilight, right?
I don't know. I've never watched or read
Okay.
Twilight.
So the Cullens are the vegan as far as vampires go, the non-human blood drinking vampires that adopt whatever the girl's name is, Bella, I think, in Twilight. And they are kind of the good guys, the ones that are coexisting with the werewolves and not eating humans and eating deer instead, etc. So Sam and Dean might go after them, but once they figure out what they're doing, I think the same way that they work with other forces of supernatural power, like Kaz and Crowley to an extent, etc., I think they would find the Cullens to be allies, not enemies. I'd love to see Sam and Dean going after the what are they called? The guys in the Volturi, the guys in Rome.
So about that, yeah, Jessica. What? Jessica. The people who have watched enough Supernatural. So here's the thing: one of them would, the other one wouldn't, and it kind of depends on which season that we're going with, because at the tail end of it, not even the tail end, not even the midway, a little bit earlier than midway point, I think about season 3, season 4, somewhere around there, they start killing them regardless.
I think that Dean would find shiny vampires to be intensely hilarious.
Oh, he would kill them.
Oh, I know, but I think that they would try to catch them during daylight and like open a You know,
they
curtain,
freak out.
open the curtain and watch the sunlight hit him, and he'd just stand there and be like, bling, 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 bling. You think, what the hell?
There's a lot of things that if we had voice acting for Dean would be spot on. We apparently cannot have Popo do Dean's voice though, for a couple of reasons. One is Dean has a deeper voice to begin with, and then he's Texan ish. Last time I asked him about it, he got a little apprehensive about it. But also, there were enough people who did not like, even though he wasn't trying to be Dean or Jensen. There were enough people who made fun of his voice / didn't like it on the sketch that I used his voice for, Nightwing, I think it was, or somebody, that I was just like, okay, that's a no. I'm never gonna have Popo do a Dean voice. And I don't know who else to actually grab that could get close enough to his voice, which kind of sucks. Because Popo has a naturally deep voice that he can hit the Dean Winchester-esque voice type pretty well. It's just it's like the fan base can be sometimes. It's like fighting a disco ball. And see, that's the thing. Dean would totally say something like that. Oh, that's cool. The hell? Since when did vampires crossbreed? Yeah. That's effectively kind of how that would go. And even if they were quote unquote allies, Dean would come back because this has happened. There was an ally thing that happened in Supernatural. I don't remember which season. Where they're like, oh, let's work with them. And then Sam convinced him not to kill them. And then he went back and fucking killed them all.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was asked in an interview, and he did confirm. And as somebody who did a healthy amount of writing and directing on the show, he said that they would go after them and kill them.
Hey, Voldemort, that was fast. Did you take over Hogwarts already? No, there are 2 Hogwarts faculty members I don't recognize disrupting our attack.
And so I am looking at your pictures that you sent me. I'm sorry that we don't have any patches of any of those characters yet. It's not something that we've done yet.
Powerful.
I am surprised you managed to. I think I sent you some of the new batch, so you being able to separate it was surprising.
New batch of what?
I have a new batch of stickers versus the ones I made at home. The ones I made at home are nice, but the new batch is professionally made. It's a lot harder to separate the film on it.
Thick wand, more like
So
a
I'm really
baton
surprised
with
the
more
film got
police.
separated.
He also has a staff. He keeps shouting spells I've never heard before.
They got hit with a fucking wave.
What's that?
I was good, and then all of a sudden, I just felt like I hit a brick of fog and tiredness. Jesus Christ!
Just now, all of a sudden?
Like I got down here and it wasn't too bad, but like you telling me about the yawning was like that's right around the time I started getting tired. And it's just like just bad. I don't know what happened. I was pretty good there, and it's just. Oof.
If you need to call it, I'm cool with that.
Man, I feel like
I'm trying to get this edited and put out. So
no, I actively want to see it too. So
letting him stand there.
Regardless,
he's a second.
It's not just that. I am still recovering from. Okay, I might have to call it. I am still recovering from like a cold, so that might be one of the things where just
too.
my energy is just kind of like going up and down, which is not great.
Actually,
That and my stomach decided to just flip.
Just now?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I'm actively.
is it black?
I'm okay. I wanna watch this. I'm just letting everyone know that my energy level is just gonna dip for a little while. Why I kind of just like recover a little bit.
Yes. How did you? Wait, he's moving.
So that's a little bit
Me.
it's understandable, but with the way stickers work, it's more about what the material is used on top of that. So depends on the sticker. I don't promise that any of the transfer stickers, like the Stitch one, none of the I don't promise the transfer stickers are waterproof because the website doesn't say they are. But
What does hoss mean? Voldemort?
there we go. But stickers like these
Toward me.
are made with water resistant paper, and on top of that, they're vinyl because they're vinyl.
What
And on
does?
top of that, they have the lamination.
Oh fuck! What?
Water resistant and waterproof are two entirely different things. They are water resistant. I have tested these by placing them on a cup and leaving that cup in water for about a half hour. There was no bleed, anything like that. Now, once you remove that backing, though, I almost guarantee you it's no longer water resistant. Now it's just dependent on like how long it will stay.
Why do you say that?
Water and ice. Yeah, I don't know. I just got.
Because that's Ebenezer McCoy.
They will last about a year on a car, Steven.
I've never heard of this Ebenezer McCoy, and he hasn't even done anything.
Transfer ones, the transfer stickers, the ones that are in a square and then you put on there and then you peel away. I do not guarantee those to last. Like those are meant to go like on notebooks and stuff like that. They're also incredibly cheap. Thank you. I'll let them know that. I'll do that now.
That's because he hasn't finished deciding what he's gonna do. There's some. You cannot pass. There's something in the sky.
I did eat just a few hours ago.
What? High up. What? High up. Very high. It looks like a fireball of some sort. Falling.
High up in the... Oh, you missed... I just realized you missed out on an opportunity for a joke there.
What joke?
Oh, high up in the sky. What is that?
Falling. Curious. Perhaps a muggle thing. Falling.
Butterfly in the sky, go twice as high.
We're not doing a reading rainbow joke because Voldemort wouldn't know what the hell that is.
No, plenty of people would know. Reading Rainbow's
But
still around.
Voldemort wouldn't know, and John wouldn't make a reference that Voldemort wouldn't get.
Oh, Voldemort. Oh, okay.
Sort. Falling. Curious. Perhaps a muggle thing.
Anything to stay in Ryu is good.
Tom, you need to get out.
You know shit's serious when John starts calling the villains by their real names.
Tom, you need to get out of there. Apparate, run, something. It's getting even closer. Never mind.
Absolutely. As long as I have extras, I tend to send extra stickers.
You say, just. Are you even listening? Closer.
That would be a good question. But again, that's not up to us. Fredward isn't our character, and how often Fredward appears, it would be up to Alec on if he wants to play that character or not.
Closer. Nothing in my arsenal that can kill this McCoy, you say. Just you watch. Are you even listening to me? I am not retreating. Hogwarts will be mine.
Second.
And the
So
fireball has gotten significantly larger. It
That too. For everyone here, I know I said I was going to try to record a video. I'm going to stay on and because I want to see the final product with you guys. And then I'm probably going to call it after that, actually, and lay back down because I am not doing as well as I thought, and I just don't want to throw up. What I will do is very obviously I had a window of where I was feeling well enough and I was doing stuff. The next time I feel well enough, I'm going to try to record. So if you guys want to tag me on the Discord and ideas that you might have, I'll go through them later when I'm feeling better. Hopefully again soon. And try to pick one and film it. I'm not making any promises, but like hopefully I can make whatever I just got hit with of nausea and just fucking just exhaustion go away long enough to actually record something.
It's not a portent. It's just a sign.
I would love to be banned from being sick. Oh my god. Can somebody just be like, you can't be sick, and it actually just prevents me from being sick? That would be so well. You've gone a bit pale. Go lie down. I don't fucking know what happened. I was good and then I wasn't. Waft. I'm not gonna huff isopropyl alcohol. I want to see the final product.
Well, I've got some sounds I got to add, and I got to figure out what those are.
Okay, besides the sounds, can we watch it from start to finish?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to turn my volume all the way up because I can barely hear it. Oh, I am all the way up. Great. All right. So that means that we're gonna. Well, hopefully you all can hear it better than I can. My speakers, my computers, just regular old speakers, aren't very good.
I don't think traveling to Nebraska, Colorado, and back helped my immune system any, guys.
Hey, Voldemort, that was fast. Did you take over Hogwarts already? No, there are 2 Hogwarts faculty members I don't recognize disrupting our attack. Describe them. The first is tall, very tall. He's wearing a trench coat. He's very powerful. What kind of wand does he have? A very thick wand, more like a baton those Muggle police carry. He also has a staff. He keeps shouting spells I've never heard before. What spells? Forzare, Fuego.
Borrego.
Harry Dresden. That's bad. What about the other person? Older, Whitebeard. He's just standing there, watching. And your forces are just letting him stand there? Because he's a secondary concern.
Versus Harry Potter.
Does he have a staff too?
Yes,
Actually, is it black? Yes. How did you... Wait. He's moving toward me. Voldemort, I'm pretty sure I know who that is. Voldemort? What does Hoss mean? Oh, fuck. Why do you say that?
That's such a good cut point.
Because that's Ebenezer McCoy. I've never heard of this Ebenezer McCoy, and he hasn't even done anything yet. That's because he hasn't finished deciding what he's going to do yet, okay? And once he does, there is no counter curse, no shield, there's nothing in your arsenal that can address it, okay? He operates outside of your framework entirely. You cannot possibly... There's something in the sky. What? High up. Very high. It looks like a fireball of some sort. Falling. Curious. Perhaps a muggle thing. Tom, you need to get out of there. Apparate, run, something. It's getting even closer. Nothing in my arsenal that can kill this McCoy, you say. Just you watch. Are you even listening to me? Hogwarts will be mine. The fireball has gotten significantly larger. It must be a portent of my power. Avada Kedavra! It's not a portent. It's just a satellite. Shit.
So there's going to be a slow building. Am I still muted? No. There's going to be a slow building roar in the background, culminating in an explosion that cuts off him casting the spell.
Beyond how I'm feeling, I'm really in favor of of cutting that a little bit earlier because it's funnier. There's a couple good cut points that are just like really funny. That it cuts out like right there, and you kind of just left guessing / knowing what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the build up roar sound effect idea that you have, and if you did that right as he's staring up at it like a goddamn turkey in the rain, and cutting it off right there, or even like, I know you don't want to re-record and you can't re-record, but if you cut off right around there, that's a really good cut point because we already know what's going to happen at this point. He's getting slammed.
We do, but a lot of people don't know Dresden and don't know McCoy, so they need the explanation. But people probably stop watching around those parts, which is fine. More than a few seconds of watch time is what we're looking for, anyways.
All right.
So you go lay down. I'm gonna finish editing this. I'll get this out tonight.
I apologize, everyone. I don't know what happened. I was good and then I wasn't. So I will try to get back on things later when I'm feeling up to it again. If somebody wants to send me ideas, including Chris, feel free to send me ideas. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm not even gonna do my
No, not
closing.
everybody.
I'm done. I'm
Right.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna go lay down before I throw up. I'm bye.
Bye, everybody.
Mm.